Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for coming. Prabhuji will be there in 5 minutes. And we'll do some kirtan. Is it audible till the back? सुनाई दे रहा है पीछे तक? हाँ? ये साउंड आ रहा है बहुत आज. जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदा जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोपीजन वल्लभ गिरिवरधारी यशोदानंदन ब्रजजनरंजन यमुना तीरवनचारी यशोदानंदन हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Everyone. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radhe Jaya Radha Gopi Vallabha Radha Gopi Vallabha Radhe Jaya Jagannatha Jagannatha Baladeva Jaya Subhadra Jaya Jaya Gauranitai 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 Jaya Gauranitai Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jai Jai Gurudev Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Hari Bol Hari Bol Nitai Gaura Hari Bol Shri Radha Gopi Vallabh ki not come to get a chair.
Photos of yours.
Video.
Photos you can
Hare Krishna. This power of devotion is a very vast topic, but it is the essence of all our scriptures. Whether you take Bhagavad Gita or Srimad Bhagavatam or Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita or Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu or any other core Bhakti Puranas, the essence of all these scriptures is Bhakti. Even though Krishna spoke about Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga and Dhyana Yoga in the Bhagavad Gita, he highlighted Bhakti Yoga in every single chapter, and he elaborately described Bhakti Yoga in the middle section of Bhagavad Gita, chapter number 7 to 12. So, Bhakti is the essence of all scriptures, whether it is a foundational scripture like Bhagavad Gita or very advanced scripture like Srimad Bhagavatam, or even more PhD kind of scripture like Chaitanya Charitamrita and Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. Bhakti is the essence of all spiritual paths. Gajendra says, Namo Namaha Klesha Vinashanaya Nirupito Dharaguna Vayaya Manovacho Vega Purojavaya Sarvakshamargai Ragatadhani Namaha. This is Pracheta's prayer. Gajendra says, Namo Namaste Khilakaranaya Nishkaranaya Adbhutakaranaya Sarvagamamnaya Maharnavaya Namo Pavargaya Parayanaya. Namo Namaste Akhilakaranaya. Prabhu, duding test.
Do that.
Earplugs. Namo Namaste Akhila Karanaya means Krishna is the cause of all causes. Nishkaranaya, he himself does not have any cause. Adbhuta Karanaya, therefore he is the most wonderful cause of everything. Sarva Agama Amnaya Maharanavaya means all the scriptural paths reach Krishna. Krishna is like an ocean, and all the scriptural paths or spiritual paths are like rivers. Just like rivers go towards the ocean, similarly, all the spiritual paths ultimately culminate in Krishna. Whether we are following karma path or jnana path or yoga path or bhakti path, ultimately we are aiming to reach Krishna. How can we say like that? Because karma path will not take us to the lotus feet of Krishna, that's clear. Jnana path also no, not. We'll end up in the Brahma Jyoti. And yoga path, the Ashtanga yoga path will take us at the max Paramatma realization. But only bhakti path will give us access to Krishna. But ultimately we are aiming Krishna only. Okay, let me give a simple example that Prabhupada gave in the third chapter of third canto of Bhagavatam. Say, you have a cup of milk. You bring one of your senses in contact with that milk. We have 5 senses, right? Jnanendriyas. Say you bring your eyes in contact with the milk. You have never experienced milk. You don't know what milk is. For the first time in your life, you brought your eyes in contact with milk. You saw milk. What will you understand? It's a white substance, that's all. You don't even know whether it is solid or liquid. In a cup, milk is kept, oh, it's a white substance, that's all. Say you have not seen milk, you only hear about milk. You are hearing about milk. What will you understand? The health benefits of milk. What all you can do with milk. Say you brought your sense of touch in contact with milk. You touch milk. You will understand it is a liquid, it is wet, it is hot or it is cold, something like that. Nothing more. That's only understanding if you bring only your skin in contact with milk. So you brought your nose in contact with milk. You have not seen, you have not heard about it, you have not touched it, you are only bringing your nose in contact with the milk. You only get the fragrance. If it is badam milk, you'll get some badam fragrance. If it is some other flavored milk, you'll get that flavor fragrance. If it is natural, pure milk, you'll get some other fragrance. But only when you bring your tongue in contact with milk, once you pour that milk in your mouth, you'll get complete benefit of the milk, isn't it? By touching the milk, you will not get its full benefit. By seeing the milk, you will not get its full benefit. By hearing about the milk, you will not get its complete benefit. And by smelling the milk, definitely you will not get the full benefit. Only by drinking the milk, you will get complete 100% benefit of milk. When you go to a restaurant, if you see milk, he will not give you bill. If you touch milk, he will say, hey, don't touch, but he will not give you bill. If you ask about the milk, they will not give you bill. If you hear the description they give about milk, then also you will not get any bill, you don't have to pay anything. Only when you drink milk, you will get a bill. Means the shopkeeper understands that only by drinking the milk you have taken benefit of the milk. By asking about it, by seeing it, by touching it, you have not get any benefit. You got some realization definitely, but definitely you have not taken full advantage of milk. It will come only by drinking. Clear? Similarly, you can approach Krishna with karma path, through karma path. You can approach Krishna through jnana path. You can also approach Krishna through yoga path. But all this cannot give complete realization of Krishna. Only by bhakti, only by devotion, you can get complete understanding of Krishna. If you want full mercy of Krishna, full grace of Krishna, full blessings of Krishna, full experience of Krishna's personality, Nama, Rupa, Guna, Leela, bhakti is the only way. Through yoga path, Ashtanga yoga, you will only realize that Krishna is Paramatma in the heart. That's all. Yesterday we discussed in Brad Bhagavatamar session elaborately. Seeing the Lord within the heart as Paramatma is not so great as seeing Him face to face. How many of you were there in Brad Bhagavatamar session yesterday? Okay, half of you. So, similarly, yoga path, jnana path, one will end up in Brahman. The effulgence of the Lord. Yes, definitely, effulgence is also coming from Krishna. It's a representative of Krishna. It is another form of Krishna. But playing with Krishna, dealing with Krishna face to face is of a different flavor, which this cannot give at all, which Brahman realization cannot give. So ultimately, you are experiencing Krishna only, even when you are in the material world, not knowing even who Krishna is, still you are with Krishna only. This air around us, it's Krishna. That sound, that's Krishna. Right? And when you are thirsty, when you drink water, the taste of water is Krishna. And when you have this flower, you smell Punyo Gandha Prithivyam Cha Tejas Chasmi Vibhavasav. The pure fragrance of earth element which enters into all these flowers, that is Krishna. Rasohamapsu Kaunteya Prabhasmi Sishishurya Yoho. Rasa. The taste of water is Krishna. Prabhasmi Shishishurya Yoho. Now there is effulgence here. You have not put any headlights here. It is totally nicely illuminated. Why? There is sun. And that sun is Krishna. So, whether you understand it today or tomorrow, or after 10 lifetimes, whether you realize it or acknowledge it or not, you cannot exist without Krishna. Krishna is constantly surrounding you. Just like nowadays, wherever you go, there is Wi-Fi signal. Right? Of course, you need to have a password to access it, but Wi-Fi, that signals are there everywhere. Right? Yeah, this once you put SIM, you'll catch the signal. Once you have that Wi-Fi password, you'll catch that Wi-Fi. But the waves are there around us, constantly surrounding us. If Wi-Fi can exist everywhere, in basement also, upper planets or upper floors also, why can't Krishna be there in all planetary systems? He's all pervading. His energies are everywhere. His presence is everywhere. But to access that presence of Krishna, we need bhakti. Only bhakti gives us access. Wi-Fi signals are everywhere, but you need password, right? Without password, you cannot access Wi-Fi. Similarly, without bhakti, you cannot access Krishna, although he exists everywhere. Through jnana, through karma, you will not get full Krishna. You may get some partial, less signal, right? Very weak signal, intermittent signal. But you want complete signal, high speed Wi-Fi, full broadband, 100 Mbps, 200 Mbps or whatever, you need bhakti only. There is no other way. Is it clear? Bhakti is superior to all paths. Bhakti is superior to all. Yes, sir. Thank you very much. So, bhakti is the only way that can help us connect with Krishna. Other processes are definitely substantial. Definitely they have their own glory. However, bhakti is of a different nature only. Okay, let me tell you. I often say this in our Gita classes. Even our children also know this. Karma yoga means you are trying to connect with God. Linking your consciousness with the Supreme is called yoga. That is yoga. Karma yoga means you are trying to connect your consciousness to Krishna through your karma, through your prescribed duties, through what you are supposed to do, through your vidikta dharmas. Through your karmas, you are connecting with Krishna, that is karma yoga. And what is jnana yoga? Jnana yoga is you are trying to connect with the Lord through jnana, through knowledge. And Ashtanga yoga, dhyana yoga is you try to connect with the Lord through meditation. And bhakti yoga means you try to connect with the Lord through devotional service. All of us know these definitions. Let's come back to karma yoga. Karma means work. Karma yoga means trying to connect with God through work. Now you may work for someone, but do you love that person always? You are working in so many companies. All of you love your bosses. Is it possible to unconditionally love your boss, although you work 8 hours or 10 hours or sometimes 15, 16 hours for that person? Yesterday Prabhuji is saying, every day 13 hours I work. 30 hours I am working for your boss, but you love him? You don't have to tell in public. I'll leave it to you. So, in this world, you may work for someone, but you may not love that person. But if you love someone, you will definitely work for that person, isn't it? So, karma doesn't include bhakti, but bhakti includes karma. Agreed? Karma doesn't include bhakti. You work for somebody, but there is no devotion or love there, affection there. But when you have love for someone, when you have devotion for someone, you naturally work for them. That is service. That is called matkar, makran, mat paramo, madbhaktah, sangavarjitah. So there is bhakti. When there is bhakti, you naturally want to serve that person. Therefore, bhakti includes karma, but karma doesn't include bhakti. And second, jnana. Same logic. Jnana means knowledge. You know to know somebody. You may know 100 people in this world. You may know 1,000 people in this world. You may have deep knowledge about so many people in this world. But do you love all of them? Not necessary. So, jnana doesn't include bhakti. Means knowledge doesn't include love. But love definitely includes knowledge. If you love someone, you know that person. You want to know more and more about that person out of love. But if you have knowledge about someone, that does not mean you love them. Sometimes you may even hate them by knowing them. So jnana doesn't include bhakti, but bhakti includes jnana. Then last is dhyana. Dhyana means meditation. Deep thinking, deep absorption in the thought of a person is dhyana. You may do dhyan of some person. You may think about some person. But do you love everyone whom you think about? You may not love everybody whom you think about. But if you love someone, will you think about them or not? So bhakti includes dhyana. Dhyana doesn't include bhakti. Yesterday we discussed Bharat Bhagavatamrit, Gopakumar story, where Pipalayana Rishi is emphasizing so much on Smaranam. Think about the Lord, think about the Lord. Don't try to see Him, don't try to serve Him, don't try to have a personal bonding with Him. Think about Him. Meditate on Him. Do Smaranam. Right, there can be devotional Smaranam, and there can be non-devotional Smaranam also. But when you have devotion, you can only lovingly think of a person. But when you think of a person, you may not love that person. So dhyana doesn't include bhakti, but bhakti definitely includes dhyana. Therefore, bhakti is the best. We have discussed so many examples of that. To the example of milk, bringing your 5 senses in contact with milk, and through this example of the definition of all the yogas, we understood that bhakti is the best. Okay, let's go deep. Let's go much deeper. Krishna said in the Bhagavad Gita, Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva dhaneshu yat punya phala pratishtam atyati tat sarva vidam viditva yogi param sthanam upaiti chadyam. Vedeshu means you study Vedas. Yajneshu, you perform sacrifices. Tapassu chaiva, you perform austerities. Austerity means to voluntarily accept some inconvenience upon oneself. That is austerity. Vedeshu, yajneshu, tapassu, then daneshu, you offer charity to someone, you donate to somebody. So by studying the Vedas, you acquire some punya, piety. Yajneshu, that will also give some punya, piety. Tapassu, definitely austerity will give you some pious credits. Daneshu, oh, by giving charity to others, you will get a lot of punya. Vedeshu yajneshu tapassu chaiva dhaneshu yat punya phala pradishtam. By all these 4 methods or any other typical Vedic methods, any other methods on the Vedic landscape, he may perform to acquire some punya. Right? Atyati tat sarva vidam viditva. All these flavors of pious credits, punya, you can acquire by bhakti, and atyati tat sarva vidam, you will get much more by performing bhakti. So what Vedas, Vedic study and charity can give you, bhakti can give you. But what bhakti can give you, is Vedeshu, Yajneshu, Tapassu, Dhaneshu cannot give you. By giving charity to others, you cannot get what you can get by bhakti. By doing austerities, you cannot get what you can get by bhakti. But by doing bhakti, you will get the result of austerities. You will get the results of donations. So whatever punya or spiritual or pious credits you can acquire by doing all these typical methods on the Vedic landscape, you can get all of them in a much more enhanced manner by bhakti. And bhakti gives you something which none of these processes can give. Therefore, devotion is the highest. Bhakti yoga is the best way. Basically, we need to have conviction about it. Although we may know this philosophy, we may know Gita shlokas, we may know Bhagavatam shlokas, we may know so many examples of so many wonderful devotees, somehow we may disbelieve or secretly disbelieve the power of bhakti, the power of devotion. Why? There is no purity in consciousness. When the consciousness is not pure, we cannot completely trust the path of bhakti. Therefore, we take to other methods also, once in a while. We may do so. What happened to bhakti? Shravanam, kirtan, smaran we are doing. What about the other methods? Okay, ye bhi kar lenge, wo bhi kar lenge, ye bhi kar lenge, ye bhi kar lenge. But to have exclusive faith in the path of devotion is very rare. That's why the 4th canto of Bhagavatam says, Yathataror moola nishechanena trupyanti taskanda bhujopashakhaha pranopaharatha yathendriyana tathaiva sarvarhanamachyutejyaha. Yathataror moola nishechanena. Taru means tree. Taror moola means the root of the tree. Nishechanena means you offer water. So, when you offer water to the root of tree, automatically all the shakha, all the branches and the twigs and the leaves and the flowers and the fruits and all the limbs of tree are nourished automatically. We understand this. But somehow, we also feel, what's wrong? I will pour some water in the root. I will also sprinkle some water on the leaves and twigs. Anything wrong? It makes sense, right? Bhakti is like watering the root. Other processes are like sprinkling water on the leaves and twigs. Why can't I do both? I will water the root also. I will water the leaves and twigs and branches and flowers and fruits also. It looks good, right? Dust is removed. You have your own arguments. So the sprinklers not only water the root, they will also clean the dirt on the leaves and all. It looks nice. Similarly, I worship Krishna and I also worship some other gods, devatas, devis. I also follow some other methods like tapasya, dana, dharma, this and that. I can do all that together. What's wrong with it? Therefore, Bhagavatam in the very same shloka continues. You see the second half. First half is Yatha taror moola vishechanena trupyanti tatskanda bhujopashakhaha pranopaharatha yathendriyanam tathaiva sarvarhanamachyutejyaha. The second half of the shloka says pranopaharatha yathendriyanam. If you want to give ahara to your body, if you want strength for your hands and legs and head and other limbs of the body, you never feed food to those limbs. You never keep your idli on the hands and expect your hands to become strong. You can't pour sambar on your legs and feel, okay, my legs will get some strength. You can't put gulab jamun on the head. Or you can't put payasam in your nose, so your nose needs strength. Or you can't pour rasam in your ears, my ears need strength. Or you can't feed your eyes. Okay, let me put laddu in eyes. My eyes need strength, otherwise they are just falling like this. So you cannot feed food to any limb of the body. We have to feed food only to mouth, only to belly through mouth. No other way. This example is shown to communicate the exclusive nature of bhakti. Only through bhakti you can attain Krishna, no other path. Just like only by feeding the belly all your limbs are satisfied and nourished, similarly only by bhakti you can attain Krishna, you can attain spiritual world. No other path, karma path, yoga path, jnana path, Vedic study, tapasya, austerity, all this you can do, but they are like subordinate to bhakti. They never supersede bhakti. They should not supersede bhakti. They are not above bhakti. They are always secondary to bhakti. आराधितो यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम, नाराधितो यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम, अंतर्बहिर्यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम, नान्तर्बहिर्यदि हरि तपसा ततः किम. You heard this shloka? Aradhito yadi hari tapasa tatah kim. If you are doing aradhana of Lord Hari, what's the use of your tapasya? Naradhito yadi hari tapasa tatah kim. If you are not doing aradhana of Hari, what's the point of tapasya? Antar bahir yadi hari tapasa tatah kim. If you are always keeping Hari in your heart and outside, what's the use of tapasya? Antar bahir yadi hari tapasa tatah kim. If you are not keeping Hari in your heart or anywhere else, what's the point of doing tapasya? Not to minimize the glory of tapasya, that's required. But it should never supersede bhakti or overpower bhakti. It should never be given more priority than bhakti. Bhakti is the supreme. Right? So, Prahlad Maharaj says, Manyedhanabhijana rupa tapashrutau jaha Tejah prabhava bala paurusha buddhi yoga Naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumso Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayutha kaya Manye dhana, abhijana, dhana means wealth, abhijana means followers, rupa means beautiful form, very handsome body, beautiful body. Manye dhana, abhijana, rupa, tapa, shruta, oja, teja, prabhava, bala, paurusha, buddhi, yoga. My God, Prahlad Maharaj lists 12 qualifications, material qualifications in this world. But at the end he says, Naradhanaya hi bhavanti parasya pumso Na aradhanaya hi bhavanti. All these great qualifications are not prerequisites for your aradhana of Krishna. You cannot worship Krishna with your material qualifications. You may have wealth, you may have power, you may have position, you may have influence, you may have skills, you may have talents, you may be the boss of 100 people, 1,000 people. But if there is no bhakti, na aradhanaya hi bhavanti. Bhakti is the greatest Aishwarya. The real Aishwarya, real Vaibhava of a soul is the devotion that the soul has for Krishna. If you don't have skills, it doesn't matter. If you don't have money, it's of no relevance. If you don't have beauty, physical beauty, it doesn't matter. If you don't have great name, fame, prestige and influence in the society, it's okay. But if you have pure devotion in the heart, whatever you don't have, it doesn't matter. Krishna will accept it. But if the devotion is missing, even if you have hundreds of other qualifications, what's the point? We may know this concept, we are aware of this concept, but what to do? We become puppets of Maya and we chase behind these externals. I want money, I want beauty, I want power, I want position, I want to look good in front of others. They should be impressed with my looks. Of course, you should present yourself in a decent and dignified way, no doubt. But somewhere deep within the heart, there is a desire, even in the heart of a sadhaka, to impress the public with the external qualifications while missing the most important and internal quality of devotion. But only bhakti can please Krishna. Bhaktya tutosha bhagavan gajayuthapaya. Even if you are not a human being, even if you are an animal, even if you are a dull-headed animal like an elephant also, if there is bhakti, you can please Krishna. Even if you are a squirrel also, if there is bhakti, you can please Ram. You may be seeing so many squirrels moving around here. Now, no human being sitting here will think, probably, you will not think that squirrel is better than me. That squirrel can be better than me. Do you ever think like that? We are self-centered many times. Not about you, I don't know about you, but generally typical human beings, including me, we will be self-centered. We can never give more importance to a squirrel just moving around and playing here. But we don't know the squirrel can have better devotion than us. Krishna can show more mercy on the squirrel than us. If the squirrel has some devotion, there's a possibility, definitely. There's a tendency to identify ourselves with our external designations and qualifications and talents and power and influence, etc., at the cost of compromising on our devotion. What to do? Maya is very powerful. It is only because of Maya we are getting distracted and deviated from this thought. Vyadhasya charanam dhruvasya vayo vidya gajendrasya ka kubjaya kimu nama rupamadhikam kim tatsudam no dhanam vamshah ko vidurasya yadavapater ugrasya kim paurusham bhaktya tushyati kevalam nacha gunaihi bhakti priyo madhavam. Vyadhasya acharanam. This Vyadha is a hunter. What etiquette does he know? What achar vyavahar does he know? Dhruvasya cha vayo. Dhruva is a 5-year-old child, younger than our little Vaishnavi. But Dhruva became pure devotee at the age of 5. Dhruvasya cha vayo. Vidya gajendrasya ka. Gajendra, as a scholar, did he go to IITs? Did he go to some IIMs? Does he have degree? Any degree? He has better education than Gajendra. What are you studying? 4th, 8th, 7th. Gajendra did not do even 7th grade also. Gajendra is not doing in 2nd grade also. But Gajendra has devotion. Vidya Gajendra Seka Kujjaya Kimu Nama Rupamadhikam Kim Tatsudam Dhanam. Kujja, is she beautiful? She is a hunchback woman. She is Trivakra. Krishna is Tribhanga, Kujja is Trivakra. Tribhanga is Shyamam Tribhanga Lalitam Diyata Prakasham. When there are 3 bends on Krishna's body, it looks so beautiful. But there are bends on Trivakra, Kujja's body also. She doesn't look beautiful. Right? No beauty. But she has devotion. Sudama, Kim Tat Sudam no Dhanam. Sudama does not have any money. He could not afford even this 4 handfuls of flat rice, poha also. His wife went to the neighboring homes and begged some poha and offered it to Sudama. And Sudama took that to Krishna. That also is feeling very embarrassed to offer. Oh, should I offer or not? But Sudama is a great devotee. Vamsha Kavidurasya Yadavapater Ugrasya Kyam Paurusham. Vamsha. In certain communities, in certain societies, in certain areas, people take so much pride in their Vamsha, in their family lineage. We are from this Vamsha, we are from that Vamsha. Caste. We are from this caste, we are from that caste. This is our surname, this is your surname. This comes into educational institutions also. In some colleges, some students have a lot of pride because they are coming from some background, some dynasties, Vamsha. As if there is Surya Vamsha and Chandra Vamsha. In Surya Vamsha, Ram is born, in Chandra Vamsha, Krishna is born, and these people think that we are better than Chandra Vamsha and Surya Vamsha. Vamsha. What is Vidura's Vamsha? He is a Dasi Putra. He is the son of a maid servant. But Krishna never visited Duryodhana's palace. He visited Vidura's palace only. Duryodhana is a Kshatriya. He has a great palace. But the opulence of Duryodhana, the Kshatriya Varna of Duryodhana, did not please Krishna at all. But the banana peels, the peels of the banana offered by Vidura or his wife, they pleased Krishna. You see? Some version says that Vidura offered banana peel to Krishna, some say that Vidurani offered. But principle is same. Who offered doesn't matter. But Krishna accepted a peel of a banana because it is offered with devotion, with bhakti. If you are a scholar and you offer a peel of banana to Krishna, Krishna will not accept it. You say, hey, I am a scholar. Krishna, you should eat it. Even if you give original banana, I will not eat it. What to speak of peel? Even if you offer me diamonds, I will not accept it. Because you have pride in your scholarship. But you have taken banana peel from Vidura. It is devotion. He is not a gnani, he is a bhakta. If you have devotion, Krishna will accept banana peels also from you. If you don't have devotion, he will not take diamonds also from you. But please don't offer banana peels from tomorrow, saying that I have devotion. That's not the message of the story. But Krishna values devotion more than anything else. That is the message here. Kubjaya kimu nama rupamadhikam kim tatsudam no dhanam vamsha kavidurasya yadavapate ugrasya kyam paurusham. Ugrasena Maharaj. What paurusham did he have? No paurusham. Did he fight in any battles? Kamsa arrested him and he stuck. Krishna came and released him and put him on the throne. And he is only running the show. Krishna is only running the show, Ugrasena is sitting on the throne. So he does not have paurusham, always a Kshatriya. But he is a pure devotee. Therefore Krishna is reporting to Ugrasena Maharaj, Maharaj, whatever you say, I will do. I am your servant. Bhaktya tushyati kevalam na chagunehi bhakti priyo Madhava. Lord Madhava is impressed only with bhakti, nothing else. Nothing else can impress Krishna. Therefore, nothing else is worth aspiring for. Please don't aspire for name, fame, prestige. Please don't aspire for skills and power and other facilities. Please don't hanker for money. Please don't hanker for power and position. Understand the power and position of bhakti. We hanker for power when we don't know the power of devotion. We hanker for position when we don't know the position of a devotee. Why there is a lot of excitement for power and position? Because there is no understanding of, sufficient understanding of the power of devotion, power of devotee. Prahlad, a 5-year-old child, but his devotion overpowered the most powerful Hiranyakashipu. That's our pure bhakti. But the bhakti can be of multiple flavors. What's the time now? Now I am going to do CT scan. At least X-ray. But if you're ready, am I ready? Are you ready? So now all of you are convinced that Bhakti is the best. Now, are you convinced that you have Bhakti? You're not convinced. Then what are you doing? You're following Karma Yoga? Or Dhyana Yoga? Or Ashtanga Yoga? Are you following some other path? Vedic path or Ashtanga, what is that called? Devata worship? Or many yogas are coming nowadays. Are you following that? What are you following? Are you following Bhakti Yoga or some other yoga? Tell me. You are practicing Bhakti. Trying to practice Bhakti. Okay. Fine. It's good to try to practice Bhakti. But sometimes we need to do some self-evaluation also. While practicing Bhakti, we should also have the inclination to evaluate ourselves. What kind of Bhakti am I doing? So, okay, maybe you can write in your notes. If there is some kind of board I would have explained, but you can try in your notes. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita there are 4 types of Bhakti. Chaturvidha bhajante mam janaha sukritinarjuna arto jignasur-artharthi gnani cha bharatarshabha. Artha Bhakti. You worship Krishna to relieve yourself from your distress. Relief seekers. Shanti chahiye aapko. You want Shanti. Lot of anxieties in life. You need some peace. You need some relief from anxieties. Therefore you perform Bhakti. That is called Artha Bhakti. Second, Jignasu Bhakti. You are very curious. You are curious about Krishna. You are curious about Jagannath's form. You are curious about the flute in Krishna's hand. You are curious about the peacock feather on his head. You are curious about his bluish color. You are curious about why he steals butter. Stealing butter is still okay. Stealing clothes of gopis, why does Krishna do it? But people who are curious to know about Krishna stealing the clothes of little gopis, the hardly 5-6-year-old girls, they don't understand that Krishna has given unlimited clothes to Draupadi. You see, as a playful child, what he does attracts so much of attention and criticism of people. But as a grown-up man, what he did to Draupadi, not many people will see, unfortunately. Faults attract more attention than glories. That's the nature of this world. Anyways, that is curiosity. That is called Jignasu Bhakti. Artha Jignasu. Then Artharthi, money. Paisa chahiye, paisa. We come to the temple, break coconuts, offer bananas, do some pradakshinas, offer arati, do Ashtotra Satanama Bali Puja, give 116 rupees as dakshina. Or 58 rupees, 16 is too much, 58 rupees as dakshina. Nota padaharlu, ardha nota padaharlu. Right? As dakshina. 3 కొబ్బరికాయలు 6 కొబ్బరికాయలు 11 ప్రదక్షిణాలు 4 ప్రదక్షిణాలు. So you have your own calculations, you have your figures, your favorite numbers, numerology. Right? All for money. You break 1 coconut and you expect a big lottery. You want promotion. You get promotion and you get hiking salary. Your 5 lakh package will become 10 lakh and you will only give 1 coconut to the Lord. That is business bhakti. Artharthi bhakti. The last is Jnani bhakti. Some knowledge you have, better than the other 3. Jnana means you have some knowledge about the power of devotion and all. So you perform bhakti. 4 categories. Artha, Jignasu, Artharthi, Jnani. You decide which category you belong to. You want more categories? Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Yoga Mishra Bhakti. We are adding 3 more. There's a quiz at the end to discuss how many categories of bhakti are existing. So we have seen 4 categories, right? Artha, Jignasu, Artharthi, Jnani. Then 5th is Karma Mishra Bhakta. He's a Bhakta. He's doing Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam. No doubt. But there is a mixture of karma there. What is mixture of karma? You are adding karma flavor to your bhakti. Means there is a fruitive mentality. I do this expecting this result. That is karma mentality. Karmic mentality. Fruitive mentality. You don't do bhakti free. I don't do pradakshina for free. Like in my college, BTech, I used to have some classmates. One classmate offered mukh, I don't know what you call in English. They took a vow that I will do 108 pradakshina around Chilupur Balaji temple if I get so and so rank in gate. Some scores. I don't exactly remember. So 2 students were there. One student got he wanted. Other student almost got, but maybe 1 or 2% little less. So both of them took. For the first and last time in my life, I also went with them to that temple. Right? I think is it Visa or something like that?
Visa Balaji.
Okay, something like that. For that purpose. So this first classmate, so he went 108 times around the temple. I never took any vow. I'm in my own world. Anyways, I also went, not 108 times, just few times I went, just to give him company. But the other fellow, who almost got what he wanted, because he's 1% or 0.5% less of what he wanted, he said, I will not do. He did 11 and stopped. And the other fellow is saying, Hare, you took a vow, you almost got it. No, he found some logic that he did not get it. Why should I go do 108? I will sit here, you do and come. And he was there for 1 or 2 hours there waiting for us, but he never did 108. Because he did not get what he wanted. So he has a fruitive mentality. Only when his expectation is fulfilled, he will serve, or he will offer worship, or he will believe that he has some power, this God has some power. Otherwise, he will find another temple. People in this world, especially in the States, as in many people, they keep on searching for newer and newer gods. If we go there, if you do that puja, we will get our desire fulfilled. If you go here, this will be fulfilled. But God is one, and He loves you. Whether He fulfills your desires or not, He is your eternal parent. Just because your father is not offering you what you wanted, you will change the father or what? This father is not good. Another daddy, another father, or another mother, another brother. You will not change parents, right? Your parent is fixed for the entire lifetime. Similarly, our supreme parent, Aham Bija Pradapita, he is fixed. He is eternally our parent. Our current parents may be parents only for 1 lifetime. But Krishna is our eternal parent. But people consider Krishna as an option, a choice. Okay? He did not fulfill. This Balaji did not fulfill. Let me find another one. They'll go to Narasimha. Narasimha and Balaji are the same, they don't understand that. Or they'll go to Guruvayur Krishna in Kerala. Some people go to Udupi Krishna. Both are same. But people feel that, no. Udupi Krishna fulfills desires, and that Krishna deity does not fulfill desires. Both are same. Please understand, both are same. And people change parties, change devatas, and some people want man-made gods. That bhakti is not pure bhakti, by the way. That is karma mishra bhakti. Then second is jnana mishra bhakti. We are doing Saravanam Kirtana Smaranam, but your whole focus is on acquiring knowledge, new information. You are not developing any devotional feeling, but you want more knowledge, more information, more intellectual stimulation. What is intellectual stimulation? When you hear a class, instead of seeing the simple emotion or the main message in it, you feel what is the new information, what is the perspective, what is the analysis that the speaker has done, what the analysis this book presents. People always look for intellectual stimulation, and they go in a gnani mode. They keep on analyzing why Krishna did this, why Krishna did that. So, lot of gnani mode. In that devotion, is not fully blossomed. That is a Jnana Mishra Bhakta. The last is Yoga Mishra Bhakta. Yoga Mishra Bhakti is you perform Bhakti, Shravanam, Kirtanam, but your desire is Yoga Siddhis, mystic powers. You always look for Anima, Mahima, Laghima. I want power. People ask, have you seen Krishna? Have you seen light in the corner of your room? I said, that is the result. When I was in Kuwait, I was stuck there for about several days, more than 2 weeks. Someone said, did you see Krishna? Have you seen him? I have not seen him. But I am seeing every day in the form of a deity. Oh, no, not deity. Really, have you seen him? Did he give darshan? Your name is Darshan. I said, no. I am not qualified for it. I told people want some mysticism, magical powers, Ashtasiddhis, perfections. Because I have devotion, I should be perfect in whatever I am doing. So even if they do their day-to-day activities, whether they're arranging for a program or doing decoration or whatever, they always look for perfectionism, which is good. You're doing meticulous seva, that is good. But desire for perfectionism and meticulousness overpowers your simple devotional feeling, that is called Yoga Mishra Bhakti. So how many types we have discussed? Types of Bhakti?
6.
6?
7.
You want 3 more? We have seen Karma Mishra Bhakti, Jnana Mishra Bhakti, Yoga Mishra Bhakti. 3 more. Bhakti Mishra Karma, Bhakti Mishra Jnana, Bhakti Mishra Yoga. Karma Mishra Bhakti means Bhakti is prominent, but it is some karma element is added to it. So Bhakti is primary, Karma is secondary. Jnana Mishra Bhakti is Bhakti is primary, Jnana is secondary. Yoga Mishra Bhakti is primary, Yoga is secondary. But Bhakti Mishra Karma is prominent and Bhakti is secondary. Jnana Mishra Yoga, Jnana Mishra Bhakti. Bhakti Mishra Jnana is prominent, Bhakti is secondary. So now how much is the alloy? If it is 70 Bhakti, 30 Karma, it is Karma Mishra Bhakti. If 70 Karma and 30 Bhakti, it is Bhakti Mishra Karma. Sometimes it becomes 90-10 also. Sometimes it becomes 99-1 also. Bhakti is hardly there. Right? So sometimes we may enter these modes. Total how many? Total so far? 10. Okay, good on figure. Shall we stop? Okay, some more I'll tell you. How many modes are there?
3.
What are they? Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun. Right? Sometimes our bhakti is also tinged with these 3 gunas. That is called Tamasic Bhakti, Rajasic Bhakti and Sattvic Bhakti. Do you know what is Tamasic Bhakti? You are performing Bhakti. Shravanam, Kirtanam, Smaranam, Archanam, all these are going on nicely. But you are performing Bhakti with some violence in the heart. You have tendency to be violent, to be revengeful, to desire harm for others. I will do Bhakti, I will chant more japa. With the power of my japa, that fellow should die. They are doing Bhakti, definitely. But their desire in that Bhakti is to kill somebody. No, it's not surprise. Bhakti should make you non-violent, but people perform Bhakti with violent tendencies. You want an example? There is a lady named Diti. She is the wife of Kashyapa Muni. And she became excited to have children at a wrong time. And she approached Kashyapa Muni when he was doing Sandhyavandam. Kashyapa Muni said, hey, relax, this is not the right time. But she forced. Then they both had children, Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. And they tormented the entire universe. Lord Vishnu came in the form of Varaha and Narasimha and killed Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu. And after the death of these 2 children, baby Hiranyaksha, baby Hiranyakashipu, my little sons, my beloved children, Vishnu has killed. Why did Vishnu kill my sons? Diti was thinking. Vishnu killed my sons Hiranyaksha and Hiranyakashipu only to support Indra. So I want to kill Indra. Somehow or the other, I need to kill Indra. I cannot kill Indra, so I need a son who can kill Indra. So with this desire in the heart, Diti served Kashyapa Muni so much. Diti did sincere, meticulous service to Kashyapa Muni, and Kashyapa Muni is so impressed with that service and said, "My dear Diti, whatever you want, I will do. What is your desire? You want a benediction? I am ready to offer you a boon. Tell me what you want." She said, "My dear Kashyapa Muni, I need a son who can kill Indra. Please bestow upon me this desire." Then he thought, my God, what kind of person is he? Is she? I should not have trusted her. I thought she has a simple heart. She's serving me with a simple heart, but she has this expectation. But anyways, Kashyapa Muni promised, right? He gave her a method of worshipping of Lakshmi Narayana. He worshipped Lakshmi Narayana for 1 full year. This is a special vrata called Pumsavana vrata. So you perform Pumsavana vrata and you will get a son who can kill Indra. But if there are any discrepancies in your vrata, you will get a son who will become a friend of Indra. He said, no, you should not become a friend of Indra. You should only kill Indra. I will perform very meticulously. So that's the mood of Diti. This is Tamasic Bhakti, isn't it? Tamasic Bhakti basically means you have Bhakti definitely, you are performing Bhakti, but you have tendencies of violence, grudge, hatred, desiring to harm others, no compassion on others. Bhakti should automatically make you compassionate, but Tamasic Bhakti is that Bhakti where you don't have any compassion on others, where you don't have love and affection on others. That is Tamasic Bhakti. And by the way, Bhakti can never be Tamasic. The person who is performing Bhakti can have Tamogani tendencies. Bhakti is always pure. Just like you have rice, white rice. And you add pulihora masala in it, it will become pulihora. And you add some biryani masala in it, it will become biryani. Or pulao. Or what are the flavors? Ghee rice, jeera rice, this rice, that rice. The basic ingredient is rice. Depending on what you are adding, it's taking that new form. Sweet rice. Similarly, Bhakti is pure, but the person who is practicing Bhakti can have some Tamoguni, Rajoguni, Sattoguni tendencies. Therefore, the Bhakti of that person will become Tamasic Bhakti. Now, what about Rajasic Bhakti? Rajasic Bhakti is not as dangerous as Tamasic Bhakti, but it is also dangerous. You are performing Bhakti, but you have material ambitions. You are always hankering for name, fame, prestige, power, position, money, control, influence. These are the desires we have. We are performing Bhakti, but internally there is a desire for power, position, name, fame. You are very ambitious. Although you have a lot, you want more and more. That is called Rajasic tendency. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam. Krishna says, right? Rajo is ragatmakam. So Rajoguna means to constantly have an attachment for more and more, to acquire more and more. Rajo ragatmakam vidhi trishna sanga samudbhavam. Trishna means there is a lot of hankering. You are always longing to get something. Yeah, I want this, I want that. Ambitious nature. That is called Rajasic Bhakti. Dhruva Maharaj, he performed Bhakti, but he had some Tamoguni qualities and Rajoguni qualities initially. Later he became pure Bhakta, but initially he began with Tamoguni, Rajoguni tendencies. Dhruva Maharaj wanted to take revenge on his stepbrother. He wanted to take revenge on his stepmother. He wanted a position superior to Brahma. That is Rajoguni tendency. Taking revenge is Tamoguni tendency. Being ambitious for a material position is Rajoguni tendency. So Dhruva Maharaj had this Rajoguni, Tamoguni tendencies. So initially he did Tamasic and Rajasic Bhakti. But somehow by the blessings of Narada, by the power of Vrindavan, by the blessings of his mother, by his own personal sadhana, he overcome that. But in the beginning he had those tendencies. Rajoguni tendencies. That is called Rajasic Bhakti. You know what is Sattvic Bhakti? You have a desire for pleasure. You have a desire for happiness. You have a desire for knowledge. You may even have a desire for liberation. You want peace, calmness, serene, atmosphere, liberation, no anxieties, only happiness, knowledge, peace. If that is your desire in performing bhakti, that is called Satya Bhakti. If anxiety is required for Krishna's service, you take anxiety also. That is bhakti beyond gunas. But if you want bhakti freed from any anxiety, you are in Sattva-guna mode. Right? So, sometimes our bhakti may not be pure bhakti. But even if we have some impure tendencies, even if we are like Sattva-guni bhakti, Sattvic bhakti, Rajasic bhakti, Tamasic bhakti, Karma Mishra bhakti, Jnana Mishra bhakti, Yoga Mishra bhakti, how many we discussed? 13, right? 13 flavors of bhakti we discussed. Okay, let me add 2 more terminologies here. 15 is a good round figure. Sakama bhakti and Nishkama bhakti. Sakama bhakti means you perform bhakti with some desire. The desire can be anything. It could be power, name, fame, prestige. The desire can fall under Sattva-guna, Rajoguna, Tamoguna, whatever it is, but you have a desire. A selfish desire, by the way. Not any selfish desire, but selfish desire. That is called Sakama bhakti. Nishkama bhakti means you are detached, completely detached. But attachment is definitely not so great. But detachment is also not great. You are not supposed to perform bhakti with attachment and detachment. There should be a balance of both. One cannot be too detached also. You should be attached to the principle of serving Krishna and be detached from whatever is not favorable for Krishna bhakti. But if detachment overpowers bhakti, then it's not pure bhakti, by the way. You should be detached, but the detachment to be is supposed to be subordinate to bhakti. If your vairagya is more than your bhakti, then what's the point? But beyond all these 15 types of bhaktis, there is one 16th type which is pure devotional service called Uttama Bhakti, Suddha Bhakti, Avyabhicharini Bhakti, Ananya Bhakti. The word Ananya is used by Krishna so many times in Bhagavad Gita. Ananyaschintayanto mam ye janaha paryupasate tesham nityabhiyuktanam yotakshemam vahamyaham. Ananyaschintayanto mam, without any thoughts in the mind, without any distractions or deviations. Whoever worships Krishna perfectly, sincerely, without any distractions or deviations or any material thoughts or material desires, they are great devotees. They are pure devotees. And what is the nature of such pure devotion? Anyabhilashita sunyam jnana karmadyanavritam anukulyena krishnanu shilanam bhakti ruttama. Anya abhilashita sunyam means you don't have any abhilasha, you don't have any material desire in your bhakti. You have a pure desire. Jnana karmadyanavritam, your bhakti is not covered by jnana or karma or any other gunas. Anukulyena krishnanu shilanam, we are performing bhakti with a favorable intent only to please Krishna. That is bhakti uttama, that is uttama bhakti, pure bhakti. So when you have pure bhakti, what is your nature? Madguna shruti matrena vayi sarva guhashaye manogati ravichinna yatha ganga bhasambhuta. Just by hearing Krishna's qualities, Madguna shruti matrena. Madguna shruti matrena means just by hearing about Krishna's divine qualities and characteristics, vayi sarva guhashaye manogati ravichinna. A devotee's heart completely runs towards Krishna. How? Yatha Ganga Bhasambhutau. Just like Ganga flows towards Krishna, flows towards the ocean. Although in the path of Ganga there are so many obstacles in the form of villages and towns and cities and hills and mountains and trees and whatever, Ganga somehow finds her way to reach the ocean. Similarly, even though there are so many obstacles in the path of bhakti in a devotee's life, devotee somehow reaches Krishna, remembers Krishna, as soon as he hears the qualities of Krishna. What gunasruti matrena bhi sarva bhashaye. Just the mere indication of Krishna's qualities, even indirectly, will overwhelm the devotee's heart with so much devotion that the devotee runs towards Krishna. Chittam naiva nivattate kshanavapi Sri Krishna pada bhujan Nindantu priya bandhava gurujana grihanantu vanchantu va Durvadam parighoshayantu vanuja vamshe kalankostu va Tadrik prema dharanu raga madhuna Bhattaya manantu me. Even if the whole world criticizes that devotee, gossips about the devotee, even if his own superiors and family members and gurus and even parents reject him, the devotee does not leave the lotus feet of Krishna, does not fail to remember the lotus feet of Krishna even once. That is pure bhakti. And in such pure devotion, this devotee has zero expectations from the Lord. He is not a tamasic bhakta or rajasic bhakta or sattvic bhakta. He is not a sakama bhakta or nishkama bhakta. Nishkama is pure, but sakama bhakta. He is not a karma mishra bhakta or jnana mishra bhakta or yoga mishra bhakta. He is not a bhakti mishra karmi or bhakti mishra jnani or bhakti mishra yogi. He is not an artha bhakta, jignasa bhakta, jnani bhakta or artharthi bhakta. He is an uttama bhakta, pure bhakta. And that's our aim. That's our practice. That's our aspiration. To purely serve Krishna without any distractions or deviations and without any material tendencies. Thank you very much. Bhakti Yoga ki jai. Process of pure devotional service. Any questions? Yes, ma'am. You take more than one. I can take questions. Huh?
Bro, in Sri Vaishnava Sampradaya, this episode comes that the brother of Ramanujacharya goes to Shiva, becomes a Shaivite, and they consider that there is no further Acharya. So they preach to him, bring him back to, and then make him an Acharya. The whole episode is felt like there is some other personality qualification to be an Acharya. He was a Shaivite, he was priest.
I don't know that story.
As Prabhuji says, that you have very little time.
Oh, Leela
That can come in moment. No, mic the Actually, sorry. Death can come anytime. We have very little time left actually. Maybe today itself the death can come. So we have very little time. So we should become bhakta as soon as possible. But the problem is that when we are sitting in such an atmosphere, when we go, then we feel that we should become a total devotee, we should do something. But after we go out, again that same materialistic things surround us, that Maya surrounds us. Like we go to a Shamshan Bhumi, Shamshan Vairagya comes. But once we are out, then again that things comes up. The process is so slow, the process is coming, I mean, gradually we are trying to do it, but the process is so slow that maybe the death will come and will not become bhakta. So how to increase the speed, how to increase the process so that we become a pure bhakta as soon as possible.
Chant more, come to satsang more frequently, worship Krishna more, spend more time reading Bhagavad Gita, spend more time worshipping the deities or doing any other services to the Vaishnavas. So there is something called Tivra Bhakti. Now you see, say, imagine your room is dark and you lit a small lamp or a candle in a corner of the room, will that little flame be sufficient to illuminate the entire room? Generally not. Can you read a book sitting in the other corner of the room? You need a proper light, tube light or whatever. Okay, the tube light can illuminate the entire room. But say you are playing cricket here in a stadium ground in the night time, and you put the tube light there. Will that be sufficient to illuminate the entire stadium? You need some big floodlights, stadium lights. So this tube light or this little lamp or that stadium light, all of them are giving light, giving illumination. But the difference is in intensity. Intensity is the difference. So we need to intensify our sadhana, intensify our seva, intensify our worship of Krishna. So that intensity is required. Then, as you said, you will attain the result faster. So how to speed up? You are asking, right? How to speed up? How to speed up? Intensify. But intensity itself is not sufficient. Along with intensity, we need to have pure intention also. Intention is only to serve Krishna, not any other material benefit. See, if we aspire only for intensity, yes, Hiranyakashipu is more intense in his practice than any typical sadhana sitting under this roof. Right? Agree? Please don't take offense. Hiranyakashipu is extremely intense. He is doing tapasya, raising his hands, looking upward in the sky, standing on one leg. Oh my God. Standing on his toes. So intense that half of his body is eaten up by termites. He is managing to maintain his life years within his rib cage, within his bones. Can you just imagine? He is very intense. But what is the intention of Hiranyakashipu? To kill Vishnu. Such a heinous intention, but intensity is great. But if we have pure intention only to serve Krishna, and also if we intensify our practices by more chanting, by more reading, by more chanting, not only in terms of quantity, but in terms of quality of concentration, so all this will matter. And that will speed up your bhakti.
Prabhuji, you described different kind of bhaktis. So if the intention is to get rid of this cycle of death and birth, and that's the only goal, what category does this bhakti goes in?
Sattvic bhakti, liberation. Liberation is the goal of bhakti. See, liberation is a byproduct of bhakti. You can't make it the goal. If someone makes liberation as the goal, at the max he is in sattva. If somebody wants liberation, Krishna will give liberation also. But we don't want mukti. We want love for Krishna. There are four purusharthas: dharma, artha, kama, moksha. But beyond these four purusharthas, four human goals, there is a fifth goal that is called Panchama Purushartha, which is Prema. Prema Pumartho Maha. Panchama Purushartha, the fifth goal of human life. We need to aspect that. Liberation, byproduct. Buy one, get one free. Right? Purchase some product, you're paying 50,000 rupees. They'll give you some free gift of 500 rupees. It's like that. The main product is Prema, and a byproduct, free gift, is Mukti. But if we are aspiring for a free gift and not the main product, there's something wrong in our understanding. And if we are not even aspiring for the free gift also, means Mukti also, we are aspiring for some material pleasures, power, position, name and all, it's like aspiring for the wrapper or the packet, not even the product inside. Right? Aspiring for power, position, name, and it's like, so there's a polythene cover, right, about your product, we are aspiring for that, not even the free gift. Mukti is like free gift, and karma is like, see, all these are like external packaging, gift paper.
Hare Krishna.
understand what in the last you have mentioned that one who is a pure bhakta, he is unaffected, even though he is been rejected by family, friends, all the things. So it is somewhat easy to understand that he is rejected by family, friends. But how can we understand that he is rejected by Guru? How rejected by Guru also? Then once what you said, even rejected by Guru. How can we think about that?
Yeah, good point. Guru will never reject. The Vaishnava Guru will never reject. When I said Guru in that shloka, not I said, when the shloka said Guru, Nindantu Priya Bandhava Guru Jana Grihnantu Munchantu Va. In that shloka, the word Guru refers to some superiors, some seniors, some elders. And that Guru can also refer to some teachers who are materialistic teachers. In Prahlad's case, his father rejected him and his Gurus also rejected him. Who is that Guru? Shanda Namarka rejected, not Narada Muni. That Guru is a material Guru, not spiritual Guru. Spiritual Guru, a Vaishnava Guru, is our Janme Janme Prabhu say. He will never reject. Unless we do such really heinous activity. But general teachers who teach material subjects like Shanda and Amarka, they may say, we are worshipping Hari, we reject you. No. What difference does it make? So Narada Muni does not reject. Yes.
Just now we discussed about Hiranyakashipu's case, right? And there are many other Rajasthans and others who got
You don't have the mic?
Just keep it a little far.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Like we discussed about Hiranyakashipu's case, and there are many others also, right? Like who got boons from Shiva or Brahma or any other devatas. So they got boons and they attacked devatas or common people and they wanted to kill Vishnu. So none of the devatas who gave boons to them, Brahma or Shiva, didn't interfere and we didn't hear any case like that, right?
Correct.
Like you are doing wrong, you shouldn't attack gods or other people, common people, you shouldn't kill common people. Like Vishnu is the supreme, you shouldn't go against him. Like that, we didn't hear any case trying to change them. Like is it because the mentality of the Rakshasas is like that, or any other reasons? Because he is giving boon to that person, definitely that Rakshasa will believe the Devata who gave that boon is the supreme, or supreme than the Rakshasa. So why didn't this case happen, like they tried to change him?
Nobody interferes with the minute independence and free will of others. They may try, but when the Rakshasa nature, Asura nature is so strong, even if the best advice is given to them, it doesn't work. Vibhishan gave good advice to Ravana. Did it work? Prahlad gave good advice multiple times to Hiranyakashipu. Did it work? Ugrasena Maharaj and many other Yadus gave good advice to Kamsa. Did it work? They don't listen. What to do? We don't listen sometimes. Sometimes our parents or elders or other devotees may give us good advice. Sometimes we don't listen, right? We are not like Hiranyakashipu exactly, but that rebellious tendency, that opinionated nature is there within all living entities, and it is very intensely present in Rakshasas and demons. Therefore, they don't listen.
Yes, but we hear people trying to change them, like their relatives or friends, but we never hear like the gods involving and trying to
So
change
as far as devatas are concerned, Brahma, Shiva, Varuna, these devatas give boons to the demons, right? Many times. So it's more like a business transaction. You did this puja, you did this tapasya, and these devatas are obliged to offer boons. Matter closed. If a child goes to the shopkeeper and says, I want cigarette, and he's giving whatever money is required for that cigarette. Shopkeeper will give. But will the mother give? She will give a slap. Why cigarette? Or the father. So they operate on a different platform with love and affection. But shopkeeper operates more on a business platform. Right? I got my payment and I am supposed to offer this product. Similarly, many of these devatas, we got this worship or tapasya or puja or austerity, so we are obliged to offer. And just because they are obliged to offer, that does not mean they have a heart to offer. Shiva, many times he offers boons to people just because obliged to offer and not that he wants to offer. Vrakasa, he is taking flesh from his body and offering in the sacrificial fire to please Lord Shiva to get some boons from him. Shiva is not at all happy with it. He did not come on to bless Vrakasa. So finally, when he is about to cut his head and offer it in the sacrificial fire, then Shiva manifested from the sacrificial fire and said, "Stop this nonsense, what do you want?" He said, "Yeah, I want a boon." Catch a boon. And he said, "If I put my hand on someone's head, they should die. You want this?" Tathastu. And he was about to leave. Then the Surkasa said, "I want to put my hand on your head first." And he started running behind Shiva. And if demon has this kind of mentality, where is the possibility of Shiva changing their mind? This Surkasa wanted to put his hand on Shiva's head and kill him and take away Parvati. That's the mood. And Shiva never wanted to give boon. But he gave boon because he's obliged to. Because Shiva is very kind. He could not see Vrakasa cutting his head and throwing it in sacrificial fire. Because of me, he has to die. Let me see what his demand is. And this is the demand he had. Even if they give some advices, they will not take.
Is there any age to start Bhakti Yoga?
Kaumara acharet pragno dharman bhagavataniha. Kaumara age 5 or before 5. And some start when the child is within the womb only. Parents will induce bhakti into the kids.
And because everybody says that Bhakti is not for younger kids or like younger age, it is after old age. When we become old, we need to start Bhakti.
Who says that?
Lot of people. Like
Janta.
And one more question is there any age to retire from material designation?
50. Vanaprastha age. According to Vedic culture, but now you decide. Now you decide.
Because everybody, even in ISKCON also, there are a lot of people are working after 50 also. So is it,
So in Kali Yuga, this is not exactly.
Can you repeat the question,
Prabhu says, is there any age to start bhakti? Second question is there any age to retire from material responsibilities and focus only on bhakti?
whichever
The Vedic version is Kaumara Acharit Ragnam. You perform bhakti, you start bhakti at age of 5 or before 5 only. In Kaumara age, 0 to 5 is Kaumara age. In that age only you begin bhakti. Okay. Second answer is, so generally, around 50 people minimize their household responsibilities and take to Vanaprastha and focus mainly on their devotional activities. But in Kali Yuga, that may not be practical for many people. You keep 60 or 55 or 65, whatever may be your cutoff, you can decide according to your financial status and your family needs, this and that. But the principle is, as age increases, you need to minimize the material responsibilities and increase your spiritual activities. And you see, one thing, although it's not exactly explicitly a part of your question, but it's connected to your question. Sometimes elders in a family, they may feel that, oh, I have a lot of responsibilities, it's not the time for me to retire completely and then focus on my devotional service alone. Definitely going into the forest and all, it's ruled out in Kali Yuga, but even otherwise also completely withdrawing oneself from material responsibilities and focusing only on bhakti is not practical for many people, even if their age is advancing, 50s and 60s like that. So, it may be true to some degree, but somewhere they need to do some self-introspection. If it is genuine case where it's not at all practical, we acknowledge it. But maybe devotees can do some self-introspection and think that, am I really needed here to guide this person? Mainly they think that I need to give guidance to the younger ones. But is it really needed for me to guide these people? The tendency to micromanage other lives, the tendency to spoon feed others is still present in the heart. Therefore, we don't withdraw ourselves. We want to still oversee. We want to still make decisions for them. We want to still guide them in their decisions. Sometimes in this world, we are dependent on others' dependence on us. You understand this? We are dependent on others' dependence on us. They are depending on us and we are dependent on their dependence. Means we want to guide people. We want to counsel people. We want to take decisions for them. We want to instruct them what they need to do. If we are doing it with pure intentions and they are really seeking it, that's fine. That's a different thing in a spiritual context. But on a material plane also, people are often dependent on others' dependence on us. See, somebody is doing great. They're taking their own decisions. They're flourishing in life. They're doing great. But if they're not consulting the elders may feel that, was he consulting me? They didn't ask me any suggestion. They're not even acknowledging my existence. They're taking their own decisions. They're becoming big. No, the decision is taken and the result is also great. But this person feels a vacuum in his emotions because he's not consulted. He felt left out. He felt sidelined. He felt, I am not acknowledged. You have that need to give them consultation. They don't have the need to take consultation from you. Sometimes it is our need to guide people than their need to be guided by us. If they're doing mistake, you can guide with your experience. That makes sense. But if they're doing good in their material fields or whatever, still you feel that they need to take my guidance. I'm elder. I'm superior. And because of that expectation that people should consult you in their material lives, we are not focusing on their spiritual life. You should feel that, good, they are not bothering me, they are taking care of themselves. That gives me some space to perform bhakti. Instead of thinking from that perspective, one becomes emotionally drained. My children are not consulting me. They don't involve me in any decision making. They don't take care. They are taking care. The elders are getting care from the younger ones, but the elders are not being involved in a decision making. Of course, the younger ones should involve as much as possible, but sometimes the younger ones may feel that, why bother them? Let me just take care, it's okay. Now that society has changed and the needs have changed and the perspective that they give may or may not be fully relevant in this current context, that's okay. Like you see, if the younger ones have to take career opportunities, like your thought process which is 20-30 years back of taking MPC, BPC, HCC or taking electronics and communication, MBBS and this and that may be different. And the younger generation may want a different kind of career opportunity which is not relevant in your case. So with your 20-year-old or 30-year-old quote unquote outdated experience, you may not be able to effectively guide the younger one. Let them take a decision or guide them to someone who is more in touch with the modern style, right? So anyways, the essence of the discussion is sometimes we are dependent on others' dependence on us. Sometimes we want to guide people, control people, spoon feed people, micromanage people, and if they are not allowing that to happen, we feel a sense of vacuum, and in all this, our spiritual life is sidelined. Somewhere there should be detachment. There is a moment, there is a point where we need to withdraw ourselves from this active overseeing of others. You may have genuine love and affection for them, but if they are not inclined to receive it from you, and Krishna is waiting for you, you tell me what is the best decision that you need to take. Krishna is waiting for you, and they are not waiting for you, and you are waiting for them, and you are ignoring Krishna. Does it make sense? Does it make any sense? You listen. Hare Krishna. Krishna Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Hare Krishna. Prabhu, I have a question.
Yes, sir.
Prabhuji, many times when we go to some temples, some people say it's a very powerful temple, they tell like that. Right? How should we understand that emotion and how should we reciprocate to that? Like, is a temple powerful? Because prayer is always most powerful. But temple also, they, oh, it's a very powerful deity, go and do this. So how should we?
Deities are definitely powerful. And it is also a fact that in some places, the Lord is more magnanimous than at other places. For example, in Vrindavan, Krishna is more compassionate than he is at other places. In Vrindavan, Krishna kills demons and gives them liberation also. Krishna killed Putana and made her the position, made her a mother in the spiritual world. And same Krishna killed Shalva in Dwarka. And he did not get any motherly position or fatherly position in the spiritual world. And there are many elaborate descriptions or explanations about it. But point is that it's a fact that at some places Krishna is more magnanimous, some forms of the Lord are more powerful, and they are specifically known. For example, Narasimha form is known to destroy the difficulties in the lives of devotees. So Prabhupada specifically told us to pray to Narasimha. He specifically installed deity in Radha Madhav temple in Mayapur. So some forms are known to bless devotees in a certain way. And there are some places where the Lord exhibits his higher mercy. Nothing wrong with it. Hare Krishna.
5177. Whose vehicle is it? 5177. Anybody here? Your vehicle? It's kept in the charging zone. Hare Krishna. So, Hare Krishna. So, we today heard about the power of devotion from Prabhuji. I'm sure there are many things that touch your hearts. We learned a lot of new things. But